In this video I'm going to give you some examples of completing the square. So let's start out by sketching this graph. So your graph will look something like this. When it's small, it wants to do this straight line, so your intercept would be -2, your intercept would be at -2, and it wants to do a gradient of 6, +6. So it's going to look something like this, and then somehow turn it into a quadratic. So straight up for this bit here, go down and then up again. So there, your graph will look something like this. So our job is to find these two roots. Well, at these 2 points, the y value will be 0. So put 0 into the y. So put 0 into the y. And then the next step is to zoom into these two terms and complete the square. So to complete the square, it has to be of this form. Plus something squared. Well, it's always going to be half of this. Half of this will be 3. So when you have an even coefficient, in this case it's 6, that's an even number, it's really easy to complete the square. It's a lot harder when it's an odd number, which I will give you an example later on. Well, anyway, let's start again here. Put 0 into the y, because at these 2 points the y value would be 0. So put 0 into the y, and then it will give you this. So zoom into these two terms, and it's always going to be half of this, so it will be x plus 3 squared, and then take away the rubbish. Remember, the rubbish would be this. Hang on, the rubbish will be this times this. So take away the rubbish and then carry this block down. Take away 2, and then now single number, merge them together. So in your mind you've got a picture. Remember, the negative belongs to the 9. So -9 take away 2. That would be -11. So that will then become 0 equals x plus 3 squared take away 11. So to find these 2 points, we just need to rearrange it to make x the subject. So now in your mind, add 11 to both sides. So that will then give us this, and then square root both sides. When you square root, you will get 2 versions: the positive version and the negative version. And then now take away 3. Take away 3. So take away 3. So there. At these 2 points, what that means is this. Hang on. What that means was our graph earlier. What it means is the lowest point here will be at -3. So this bit here will be -3, and then if you add this weird number, it will then take you to here. And then if you take away this weird number, it will then take you to here. So your 2 points will be given by this. Okay. So next example. So now let's try and complete the square. First, sketch a graph. So here your graph will look something like this. When it's small, it wants to do this straight line, intercept of 3, a gradient of -5, so it's got to be going downhill, and then now create your positive quadratic. So your graph will look something like this. So our job is to find these 2 points. So at these 2 points, the y value will be 0. So put 0 into the y. Put 0 into the y, and then now complete the square. Your eyes should zoom into these 2 terms, and it should be half of this coefficient. So it will be like this. Half of this coefficient will be 5/2, and then squared, and then take away the rubbish. The rubbish will be this. This times this. So that would be 25/4. 2 times 2. And then we would then carry this thing down. So plus 3. So now single number, merge these 2 together. But in order for us to merge them together, the 2 denominators have to be the same. So turn this 3 into 3/1. 3 over 1. We've got to get the two denominators to be the same. So we would times top and bottom here by 4. So this thing here would become 12. 12. This thing here would become 4. So now the two denominators are the same. So we can merge these two together. So remember, this is negative 25 plus 12. So that would be negative 13 over 4. So now we've got this thing here, squared x minus 5 over 2. Let me just erase this. Equals 0 here. So now all we need to do is rearrange it to make x the subject. So now add this thing to both sides. So that would be 13 over 4 equals x minus 5 over 2 squared, and then now square root both sides. So that would be this thing here, and then we would add this thing to both sides. So that would then give us this 5 over 2 plus minus root 13 over 4 equals x. So this here would be our answer. Okay.